Hello, hello, hello. It's another day. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so, elephant in the room. I'm wearing my cookies aren't the only thing in the oven shirt, but there's no subliminal messages here. I'm not pregnant that I know of yet. So, trust me, you guys will know the second that changes because I can't keep a secret worth a damn. But here we are. Today I'm using Vampy Treat. Sean actually requested this one. I've been wanting to use it for a while. I want to use everything all the time. And this is one that I don't know why I don't use it more. So I'm glad he picked this one. I was torn between like 5 or 6 today. And he voted this one. And even so, even when he told me which one he wanted to see me use, I was still like agonizing in front of my palette collection. Like, which one should I use today? And he's like, I already told you. And I'm like, yeah, I know you did, but is that the one I want to use today? So he's like, don't overthink it. So last, here we are. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Sean and I have taken turns today trying to give the other person a break. So first he let me sleep until 9:30, you guys, 9:30. And then I took the kids to the park so that he could have a little bit of alone time. And now he's taking the kids to play Pokemon Go around the neighborhood so I can have some alone time. So we're going to use our e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Balm and Strawberry Shortcake. This just gives such nostalgia. Such nostalgia. I have so many lip products right now. I don't know when I became a lip girly, but alas, here we are, here we are. These just taste so good. How much product is in here? 0.52 ounces. How much is in my coffee? 0.5. Oh, wow. So about the same amount of product. This one is $22. 24, 22, I think. This one's $9. So I would much rather support Colfi as a brand, but there's no denying that the e.l.f. ones are more cost effective. So that just kind of sucks because I really want to support Colfi, but if I can get 2 for the price of 1 and it's more cost effective, you know, it seems like the Colfi one is going to be a little bit of a special treat for me, and that the e.l.f. one is going to be, unfortunately, my staple. Why can't I not get the thing off the mirror? That's why my nails always look like this, by the way, because I just start like, I can't get it off. I've done my makeup with the mirror a couple times and it hasn't bothered me, so I suppose it's fine. I suppose it could stay. It would be nice if there wasn't a film over the mirror. Am I the only one that struggles as much as I do with things? Like, why am I struggling so bad? I'll ask Sean when he gets back from his adventure. But yeah. This is a palette where I'm like, why do I not use it? Like, it really is so pretty. It's so, so vampy and delicious. And yet I don't use it. And I don't understand why. Oh, I know why. It's because I have too much makeup. I have really enjoyed my tracker. So I feel like something just clicked in me recently, you guys, where keeping track of my palette usage, and I'm never going to be somebody who wants all my palettes to have like the exact same amount of uses. That's just not, because I go through phases where I gravitate towards some more than others. But the tracker is nice because it helps me see, like, do I reach for, like, if one has no uses, and all the other palettes in my collection have like 10, 15, 20, maybe that's a palette that doesn't belong in my collection, you know, or maybe, I don't know, is it just like smaller than all the ones around it, and so I just don't see it, so I don't think to reach for it for that reason. Like, what is going on with the palette that is making it so neglected compared to all the others. And so the tracker, I mean, I've only been doing it for a few days now, but I'm already finding it to be a very useful thing for me. And then I have my other notebook where I have my other project planning notes and goals and usage. And that's nice because they're just right there. So I've been more consistent with it. So I think that I'm finally turning over a new leaf. I'm turning over a new leaf and loving what I have. And like at the end of the day, I've said this so many times already, but I'm going to say it again. It's just makeup. And I don't want to diminish that because it's makeup and it's something that we love and it's something that's important to us. And that's great. And it's nice. But it's just makeup. And fundamentally, a blue is a blue is a blue. And I don't need 500 more blues when I have blue. So I can draw inspiration from new, but I don't need to try all new. And I'm finally at a point where I'm like really at peace with saying that. Like I'm okay. I have enough. I have more than enough. I have everything I could ever want. And I want to use it because when I think about when was the last time I used some of it, I get like ill because I'm like, it's so beautiful. Like, and I wanted it so bad and I was so excited to get it. And I couldn't even tell you the last time I used it. I couldn't tell you at all. And that just makes me like actually ill. So I changed my brush setup a little bit. I am using my Scott Barnes travel case for my face brushes. And then I'm using my Cheetah ones, one for lip products and one is for all eye brushes, rather than having just Scott Barnes and everything else in the other one. They're all together, so I do need to wash my brushes. Shot me need to wash brushes. I think today I want to try to do a halo eye, because I know I really like to do halo eyes with Vampy Looks. I think it's really cute. So I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna do orange today. I don't usually do orange. It's just calling to me. So I'm gonna take this color. This is Bloom with Vampy and with Mist. And I might do one of these others on my lower lash. I don't know yet. I might do, because I have some eyeliners and some projects. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take Mist, which is the taupey gray shade. And I'm gonna use that to get my shape all carved out. Man, 7 minutes of flapping my gums and like no progress to show for it. If you're here for the makeup and not for my nonsense, I'm sorry. I really enjoy the beauty community. I think it's just really good. It's a good thing to be a part of because it's so loving. It's so loving. It's so supportive and accepting, and there's just so many different niches within the beauty community that make it really, really fun. Like there's the panning community where people are just so incredible at repurposing all their products, and they do it in ways where I never would have thought to do it, but it looks gorgeous. And then there's the people who do the most creative, fun, incredible looks. And then there's the beauties who do like natural glam and bridal makeup. And then there's the people who are collectors and they try a bunch of new things. And then there's the review channels. And there's just so much in the beauty community that make it just so much fun. Even for us everyday folk who aren't makeup artists and we're not very, creative and we're not very artistic, but we really enjoy makeup, I do think it's fun. And most of what I consume on YouTube is friends of mine just doing their makeup for the day. Sitting down, talking about what's new, doing their makeup, and just having fun doing it. what I spend most of my time consuming, but I do dabble into all of the different parts of the beauty community, and I have really, really, really grown to love it. It feels very much like family, and people are so generous in the community, whether they're selling products for very, very, very cheap and making beauty super affordable to others who otherwise may not have had access to it, or giving away product left and right. And a lot of people that sell stuff for really cheap also give away a lot of free things. But the amount of friend mail and care packages and just everything that goes around in this community, and all the games and just all the love, and it's nice. It's nice to be a part of something just so uplifting. And I've genuinely made so many good friendships ever since going public with my pages. For those of you that don't know, I used to use I do use my personal Instagram. I only have one Instagram, but my Instagram was private because I used to use it to post a lot of pictures of my kids and my life and stuff like that. But I've gotten a little sketched out about posting a lot about my kids on the internet recently, especially now that they're getting older. Like, they don't look like little babies anymore. They look like, I mean, I don't want to say real people because, like, babies are real people, but they look like themselves. Like, they're more easily identifiable. And I, as an adult, am making the decision to put myself out on the internet, knowing full well that I'm sure at some point somebody's going to recognize me, if it hasn't already happened. But I'm an adult, and I'm making that choice for myself. My kids aren't at a point where they can make those type of, like, decisions for themselves. And so I would never be, like, a family vlogger or anything like that, because I don't want, and I would never post anything, like, highly personal about my kids or anything like that. But I don't want to post my kids on the internet where it could possibly live forever if, you know, it's not what they want when they're older. And they may think it's cool now, but they don't really understand the repercussions of being on the internet, I suppose. And I'm just trying to protect my kids in a way I wasn't protected as a kid, because I was chronically online starting at age 11. All my friends were online, and I overshared chronically about everything to everybody. And I did end up getting into a lot of, like, trouble as a kid because I wasn't taught, like, red flags to look for in people, and, like, why not to do certain things. And so I had to learn a lot of hard lessons that ultimately got me pushed out of the internet for a while, not because of, like, my family, but because of my own, like, I became very aware of the weight of my mistakes, and it mortified me. So, but I didn't realize this until I was almost an adult. I want to say I was like 15 or 16 when I truly realized, like, oh man, that was, I know now what I did. And yeah, I don't want my kids to ever run into that. I want to protect them because they're children. They need to be protected. I'm going to use, okay, so I took that way up to get my shape. It's not blended phenomenally, but we're going to go over it, so it'll get better. Take Vampy, which is the warmer tone chocolate brown. And this I really want to keep in my crease area. I want to keep it much, much, much lower. So I also think it's funny. So I'm not saying this to put pressure on anybody at all. I'm just, this is how I feel. This is my experience. I'm going to blend it out, but you guys see the gray is going to go up to here and the brown's going to stay a little bit lower. You see the vision? I look forward to a few people's videos every single day. There's a few people who I'm like, I know they're going to post a get ready with me today. And when I have a lot of downtime, like when Sean's home, I spend a lot of time refreshing and waiting for them to post, because I'm like, I look forward to it every day. But for some reason, the concept of anybody, like, wanting to watch my videos, it's like very, like, weird for me. Like, I tell Sean, I'm like, I don't know, I feel bad for posting every day because I've pre-filmed. So, like, today is Saturday, and I don't think you guys are going to see this until, like, I don't know, I want to say Thursday or Friday next week, because I pre-filmed out. But that's just so if there's ever a day, I mean, I wear makeup 7 days a week, every week, unless I'm feeling like sick or, you know, I'm just busy. I don't think I've made the conscious effort once this year when I wasn't sick or out of town to not wear makeup. I love wearing makeup. It's my self-care. It's the thing that I love to do for myself. And so I do it almost every day. Unless I can't. I don't choose not to, if that makes sense, usually. But I'm like, I don't want to post every day because I don't want people to feel obligated to watch, you know, every day. And he's like, that's actually dumb. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, nobody feels obligated. Like, if there's so much content on YouTube, if they didn't want to watch it, they wouldn't. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. Like, just because I'm posting content that I want to post, it doesn't obligate anybody else to watch it. And like, I don't know why that's just so hard for me to like truly grasp my head around, because other people don't post like with me in mind. They post just because they feel like it, and I really enjoy it. I really look forward to it, so much so that my friend Tammy, she posts Get Ready With Me videos every single day, and there was like a 3 or 4 day window a month or so ago where she didn't post, and I got really worried about her because last word was, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then she didn't post for like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, Sean, do you think she's okay? And he's like, she's fine. She's just busy. I'm like, it's very like out of character for her not to post every day. But like, I genuinely was worried about her. And then she came back and she's like, no, I was just like taking it easy and doing other stuff. And I was like, oh, phew. But like, I get really worried. And so I don't know. It's interesting how we think of other people like differently than we think of ourselves. Like, I would never like judge another person for posting several times a day or every day. I would never, ever, ever. In fact, I look forward to it. But when it comes to myself, I'm like, I'm so obnoxious. Why am I posting so much? And it's just the same nonsense every day. And like, I know, I'm just trying to like sort this out, like within myself. Like, why am I, it's like I treat myself differently than I treat other people. And it just doesn't make sense why I do it, you know? It just occurs to me I was supposed to be doing a halo eye. Oops. Well, that changes everything then. I forgot I was supposed to be doing a halo eye. Oh shoot. Do I want to try to do a halo eye now, or do I want to just keep going with what I'm doing? Because, whoopsies. I suppose what I want to do is take this Morphe M456 brush, and I'm going to take wine. No, I'm not, because that's an orange. Maybe I'll take berry. That'd be fun. Take the blue. I can't believe I forgot what kind of look I was doing, you guys. Oh my god. 18 minutes and I'm still like not even... Some days are like this. This is a good blue. I really like blue eyeshadow. Blue eyeshadow is, it just makes me so happy. I think it's because blue eyeshadow is the color I think I see like the least. And so that just makes it fun. Like, and neutral looks like pink and brown, they're beautiful. I love them. And when I do them, I do think they're pretty looks, but they don't make my heart like do the thing, you know? And I think it's because I just see it all the time. I'm like, oh, well, it's not exciting, you know? But blue, and I mean, honestly, if you scroll through my Instagram feed, most of my looks are blue, so I like what I like, which is why I don't really see much blue, because people don't usually like blue eyeshadow on themselves. But blue just makes me feel like the happiest and like the most confident and just the best version of myself. So my friend Dion was saying that she sees herself doing a lot of looks that aren't really her aesthetics because she doesn't want to like do the same look over and over again to appease viewers. And I was like, am I doing that without like realizing I'm doing that? Like, is that why I'm not, or I'm trying to make a conscious effort not to do blue looks all the time? Because who wants to watch an unblended blue look every day? You know what I mean? Like, nobody. But then as Sean constantly reminds me, it's not about the makeup. If people wanted to see like just the makeup, my videos aren't what they would watch, because I do unblended looks, I do messy looks, I do looks that don't really make sense with color stories that don't go together, and like I love it, and that's just what makes my heart sing. Okay, take that berry shade and I'm gonna connect here. This is such a messy look. I don't really know. I forgot what I was doing, so now I have to try to like fix it. And I haven't exactly figured out how I'm gonna do that yet, but it's trust the process. Always trust the process. So it'll make sense when we're done, and if it doesn't make sense yet, it's because we're not done. Yeah. You guys, I am so embarrassed. I've been very spazzy lately. And so Sean and I agreed I was going to keep my ice cream beauty box, right? And I was going to get that every month and just like, so I signed up I canceled it on Halloween morning at like 2 a.m. And then I re-signed up on November 1st at like 12:01 a.m. because I wanted to sign up for November's box, not October's box, because I already got October's box. Well, like a day later, I started to get worried about it again. So I unsubscribed again. And then a couple hours later, I regretted it. So I talked to Sean, and he's like, why'd you cancel it again? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Now I have to wait the whole month to resubscribe to it. And I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself? And so anyway, I emailed Ice Cream Beauty like 3 different times, which I know you're not supposed to do, but when you have an anxiety disorder with OCD, you feel like you have to do things where the world's on fire. So anyway, I emailed them 3 times saying like, hey, I messed up. I didn't really want to cancel the subscription. Can you please reinstate it? And they haven't gotten back to me yet. And they're probably like, what is wrong with this human being? Like, what is wrong with this human being? But I need to just get it and then not think about it. Like, just know that it's something that's going to happen every month, and it's going to come, and I don't need to think about it, and I don't need to agonize about it because it's fine. And Sean already told me it's fine. And I'm creating more problems by flip-flopping and going back and forth and doing all the things I'm doing than there would have been if I just left it alone. So a lesson to everybody that has anxiety: don't try to fix what's not broken, because you're going to stress yourself out and cause way more problems. And I'm lucky that Sean is as level-headed and calm and cool and collected, because he fixes a lot of things that I break in this manner, but I'm trying really hard not to break it anymore because there's no reason for it. I'm just making things difficult. Okay. See, it's blending nicely. I like messy looks. I really, really do like messy looks. So it's starting to get the kind of messy, grungy, unblended nonsense that I like. But we're not quite there yet, but trust the process. We're going to get there. I think now is an appropriate time to go in with my NYX Clear Glue. Do you guys think this is going to last me until the new year? I'm trying really hard not to buy anything at all this year. And the only thing I'm like, I'm not sure if it's going to survive, is my NYX Glitter Glue, because I'm worried there's going to be a big bubble somewhere. And then it's going to be like empty overnight. But I only have like, 6 more weeks of the year. So I'm hoping that if I continue to just use an itty bitty little bit, I just need it to last until January 1st. January 1st, I can order another one. And it's not like it's extremely expensive, but I don't need to buy anything right now. Don't need to buy anything, even if it's cheap. I don't need to. Okay, I'm gonna take Bloom, which is this orange. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Even now, I'm like, I'm sure I want to use the orange. I don't use the green or the purple or the white. It's so delicious. It's so pretty. But we gotta take our vampy color, which is the red brown, and we're gonna get our crease back. This is why I call it messy grunge, because, well, obviously just add more and more and more and more, and then it's gonna look really like messy, and that's how you know it's perfect. Delicious. I'm not gonna add anything into this brush. I'm just gonna take the edges. I think this needs a little bit more blue. When in doubt, add more blue. It's kind of my life motto. So this is actually a project, so I want to pull this in for my lower lash. It's the Paranova Unikite. I'm not using the cream shadow side because it's awful on me. It just melts right off. But the eyeliner side is actually pretty good. So this is going to be my lower lash line. I don't remember what my goal is. I think it's in my One Tree Hill project pan. I don't think I put the goal too high though, because I have some really hard goals right now. I don't think I would have done anything ridiculous, but maybe. Green on the lower lash, orange and blue on the top. And then I think, do I want to do a wing today? Do I want to do a white wing today? Or do I want to do like cheetah? We'll see. My back hurts. I don't know why I lost my chowder box all of a sudden. I was on a roll and now I'm just like doing the do. It is fun. So a lot of my friends are starting to really plan their panning projects for next year. And some people are even posting intros early, and I think that's really, really cool. Like, time isn't real, so for those of us that really want to make a real change or want to continue the momentum on what we've already started, are releasing their Pan That Palette intros for 2026 already, or are starting like whole collection projects, and it's just really cool to see. It's cool to see us all, because right now it's hard. Quarter 4 is really, really hard because obviously Black Friday and all that. I kind of did my Black Friday shopping early because the month of October, there have been a couple months this year, you guys, where I've spent like between $600 and $1,000 on just makeup. Like a couple months. I've done this several times. I want to say my spend for the year, I'm not going to go back and calculate it exactly, but I know roundabout figures. Obviously like month by month. Like I know last month I spent $655, and I know there was a month where I spent like over $1,000 for sure. But that alone, like that's more than most people spend a year. So that's enough to tell me like what the hell's wrong. And honestly, I do feel like I'm doing pretty good. So my friend Dion yesterday had a live stream where she was doing a declutter. And you guys know how I feel about Dion's declutters. When Dion has a declutter, it's like Christmas in my house because her stuff is taken care of really, really well. And she sells it for like a steal. And like I paid like $60 for my Pat McGrath Mothership palettes from her, and there's more than half of the product left in there. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, like really, really, really good deals. And some of the stuff she sold had my like jaw on the ground because she sold her Hung Mango, her green, and her blue palettes. And you guys know how I feel about blue and green eyeshadow. And she sold it for so cheap. I was like, but I had to have a real talk with myself. And I was like, Michelle, like, you have so much blue and green eyeshadow over and over and over again. You don't need it. It's as good of a deal as it is. You don't need it. You're not going to use it. Let somebody else love it. Let somebody else have it. And like, you know, you don't need it. It could be beautiful, and that doesn't mean you need to have it. And so I let it go. And as I imagined, some of the things I was eyeing sold like very fast, like within a couple hours. And I felt okay. Like I was eyeing, she had Biba for sale for a while in her Mercari store. I actually deleted Mercari, so I was looking at this as a guest account. But she had Biba, and I eyed Biba. Well, okay, let's back up. Earlier in the year, when I first became a member of her channel, I started eyeing her Pat McGrath Midnight Sun palette. And for months, I checked her Mercari day after day after day to see if anybody bought it so I could stop like thinking about it. And months and months and months passed and nobody got it. So I took the plunge and I bought it. And oh my God, I'm still to this day so in love with that palette. Like that was probably my best palette purchase of the year. So in love with that palette. And then I did the same thing about Bronze Seduction, because Bronze Seduction was in her Mercari store. I was like, man, it's so pretty, but it's just brown. Like, I don't wear brown eyeshadow that often. Well, come to find out, I just didn't have any warm browns, which I know sounds crazy. The one color I didn't have in my collection was more brown. So I went to Ulta with my daughter, and I swatched the palette, and it was beautiful, and I was like, I need it. So I picked that one up, too. And I do use that palette to this day, kind of a lot. And so I started to do the same thing with Biba. I was like, oh man, so I started to like check every day, and like I started looking up looks and watching her playlists, and I was like, oh man, I really like it. But I had to have a real talk with myself and be like, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but do we need it? Like, really? Like, you have Bronze Seduction and Midnight Sun, and the shades that are drawing you to Biba are in Midnight Sun and Bronze Seduction. And well, we all know that Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona have such different formulas. So I was like, oh, but the formula's different. Like, the looks are going to be different. And I was agonizing, and then it sold. And not going to lie, I was a little sad. Like, my heart was really, like, a little bit upset. Like, it sold, and I knew it was on its way to somebody's house, and that somebody wasn't me, and I was really sad about it. And I was like, oh, man, like, I should have gotten it. But the world continued to spin. You know, like, I still did my makeup every day after that. I still do looks that make me feel happy and fulfilled. Oh, and it doesn't feel like a loss. Like, I think that the feeling of FOMO for me was worse than the actual, like, loss of the item, because at the end of the day, it's making somebody happy somewhere out there. And I don't know what their situation is. They might have more makeup than me. They might have the same amount of makeup as me. They might have less. I don't know. But it's making somebody happy. And I'm okay. I have enough. I have lots and lots of beautiful pieces that bring me joy. And I can dupe the vibes. And it's okay. And so it was really like not getting Biba, I think, was a real test of my willingness and desire to change. Because a month ago, I would have hit buy now the second I saw that it was on her Mercari store. No questions asked, because it was priced very well. And I know how well she takes care of her stuff. So it's really nice. I don't often give credit to these small, moments of strength or these small victories, because to me, it just feels like something I shouldn't really be, like, proud of. It should just be a given that that's the way it is. I'm using my Minaj blush brush, but I'm going to use it for my bronzer because I need to do my brushes so dang bad. So, hopefully Sean and I get to doing that today. I need to. I don't want to wash my 67 brush, though, because I don't want to go 2 days without using it. Like, I know that's a stupid reason not to wash it, but the thought of it not being here to set my powder is, like, excuse me, not something I'm ready to think about yet, okay? But yeah, I do have small victories in my day-to-day, and I don't talk about them because it's not, like, material, right? Like, I can't be like, oh, well, I wanted to buy this and I didn't. Because we all have thoughts all day, and we may not even realize we have thoughts, but the reality is we're constantly having thoughts. And so just slowing down and recognizing, like, oh wow, that was a thought that showed my growth, because you guys know how hard that was for me. And I really stayed strong. I did it. So, giving myself credit where credit's due. Okay. I think it's important. Still using my Encourage blush. I put a pretty big goal on this one, but with good reason, because I really do like the blush. Blush is gorgeous. Formula is gorgeous. Man, this is not the kind of brush I usually use for this. But it is nice. It is a blush brush, so I don't know why I'm acting like it's so novel. I'm, like, really inventing something here. I don't usually use blush brushes. I use those, like, angled ones usually for the step, so it may not be new, but it's new for me, okay? It's new for me. Now I'm going to take my NARS Orgasm blush. I really, really, really hope I can have this one finished by the end of the year, but I'm starting to get a little scared because I still have a lot. I have a lot left, and not a lot of patience left for it. Now we're going to take our powder with our 67. Oh, this is just such a satisfying part because it feels so good. And I can literally see my base just like, can you guys see? With powder? Without powder? I don't know if you can see, but I can see. just makes everything look so nice. Like, I can't even explain. Okay. Now, we're going to spray. And we're going to take, I think I'm going to start by taking my Danessa Unbothered Lowlighter with my Shiseido. I use this as my highlighter brush. I don't know what it's actually supposed to do, but that's what I do. And then, I still don't know what this was supposed to do, honestly. It was an impulse Mercari purchase. I bought 2 of them. Take my Benefit Tickle, which is actually starting to show some disturbance now. There we go. Which is cool to see. I panned Cookie earlier this year, for those of you that don't know. And after that, I went on a bit of a highlighter kick, and I bought like 10 highlighters after that, because I was like, I proved I could pan one to completion, even though it took 3 years. So I bought 10 more. Yep. I'm telling you, it's changed. We're working on it. Okay. I've been working really hard on this lip liner, and I'm not even close. I'm gonna just messily color it in. Oh, why not? I'm gonna take Clinique Black Honey. So you guys see how fast I could do my face makeup? It takes me forever to do my eyes. But then I get to my face and it's like, okay, I'm done. This is the final look. Ooh. It's pretty. I like it. I do like it. I think Sean made the right call telling me to go vampy today, because I told him all the palettes I was torn between, and he was like, vampy, it's like the end of spooky season, and I've been talking about wanting to use this one for quite a while, so I'm glad I finally did today. But that is all, my friends. That is all. So I hope that you are being marked safe from Black Friday deals and temptation, especially when it comes to makeup, because there really is always another sale coming. Always. They do sales for everything. Like, they look for reasons to have sales. So at this point, I'm just looking at sales as like the price of items, and if it's more than that, then it's just marked up. I think just changing, like making that distinction in my mind, I think is helping too, because there's so many freaking sales. Like, there's no reason to pay full price for makeup ever, because you can see when your staples are getting like low, and if you see them on sale, snag them like when you're close to empty, but like you don't need 10 of them, you know what I mean? So like, I was talking about getting like 10 more of the tiramisu lip oil from Gourmand Girls recently. Well, that's dumb. That's so dumb. There's always a sale. Just because it's on sale now doesn't mean it's never going to be on sale again. And if I think by allowing myself to get extras now, I'm not going to do it next time there's a sale, I'm simply lying to myself. So just being really real with myself and having the hard conversations. And I think that next year I'm going to do some amazing things. And I'm really excited to see exactly how that manifests like in my account, and with just less clutter and more pans in my collection. Because right now I only have like 2 or 3 eyeshadow pans in my whole collection, and I have 41 palettes, so that's embarrassing. But that's going to change this year. That is going to change this year. So I don't really know how I'm going to measure that, but I am. So stay tuned, and thank you for spending part of your day here with me. I really appreciate it. I really, really like this look. It's messy, it's unblended, and it's grungy, and it's vampy, and it's delicious, and it's smoky, and it's everything I like, and it's weird, you know? I really like it. But I'm gonna go. So catch you guys at the same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.